Rapids was founded all the way back in 1826 before it was incorporated as a city. That's nearly 200 years ago. In that time, the city has flourished in furniture making, achieved accolades in the arts, and blossomed in the beer industry.
But mixed in with our city's soaring successes have been some tragic murders and mysterious deaths, which many believe has led to some of the most famous buildings in downtown Grand Rapids to be haunted by the victims and spirits involved in those cases.
If you want to learn more about Grand Rapids' haunted past and delve deeper into local history, we've got a great connection for you.
It is the Grand Rapids Ghost Tour offered by Tours Around Michigan. Take a look.
Okay, so we are always looking for fun things to do around West Michigan to bring our viewers just some of the things. And you came to me a couple weeks ago and said, you want to do a ghost tour? And I was like, sign us up.
Yeah, he's like, I am all in. I didn't know what a lover you are of the supernatural and what a viewer you are of some of the shows that are out there. And so I met someone recently who does a fantastic ghost tour Grand Rapids. So that's what we're going to do today. Are you ready, Tom?
I'm ready to get spooky.
All right, let's go. So we are here with Candace from Tours Around Michigan to start what is known as your probably most popular tour.
It is. It's our Ghost Tour Grand Rapids, and it really kicked off during the pandemic, I think because people were looking for kind of some creepy fun. It's kind of a silly fun, but it's also real. This building behind us, this was built as the Michigan Bell Building in the 1920s. Earlier than that, in about 1910, there was a murder-suicide in a house that was here. So that house got a reputation pretty quickly for being haunted, like people were hearing screams coming from it. The lights would be on at night, even though no one was living there anymore. So eventually it was torn down, this was built. Well, the ghosts have stayed here, and this place has decades of stories and activity, and this is where we get the most activity on the tour. Next, we're heading to the Peck Building, which is pretty well known. The man who built it, his name was Amos Rathbone. He was a settler in the 1830s, and he walks with our tours. So several people have seen him, felt him, talked to him. They always describe him the same way, with his big bushy mustache and his curly hair. So part of the silliness is to let people loosen up a little bit. So we have people carry dolls and creepy dolls. So this one is actually named after Amos's wife. Her name is Amanda. So you get Amanda, Tom. So we have people with toddlers that want to carry a doll. So we have ones that they can throw on the ground and do whatever with, and they're not going to get hurt.
Hey, what do you say? Want to go to the Peck Building?
Let's go.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, Candace, we've reached our next destination, which is known as the Peck Building, which is now where Shinola is in Grand Rapids at the Corner Monroe Center and Division. Why are we here?
Well, this is a pretty well-known building also. It was built in 1875. This is known as the Peck Building because the Pecks were a family of pharmacists. There was a pharmacy here for 80 years, and so they were here. So they're very well-known. In the early 1900s, extremely wealthy. And so, unfortunately, that also made them a target. So there was a local guy who'd gone to dental school. He didn't grow up wealthy. His plan was to marry the Peck's daughter, Clara, and then kill off her entire family. She would get all the money, and then he was going to take care of her. So he would have all this money to enjoy. So he managed to kill both of the parents, so both Hannah Peck and John Peck. Hannah was the first one to be killed when she was visiting, and actually she's the one that haunts this building. So there have been many experiences over the years. People have seen her in the hallways, people have seen her looking out the windows, but we have had knocking on the glass and things like that. So things are already happening, and so it is a very well-known building, and it's a pretty active building.
And now we've made our way a few blocks over, and we are here at the St. Cecilia Music Center. Candace, this is a well-loved spot here, and this is haunted too.
Yes, and it's so beautiful, right? So this was the first building in the U.S. to be built by women for the purpose of music. So some of the ghosts here are people that just loved the place. It's a Victorian woman. Sometimes when people see her, they see her as a live person. And she has a favorite seat in the auditorium, which is toward the front, in the middle. And people will just be a couple seats down. They'll see her, think she's a live person, maybe make eye contact, look over a second later, and she's gone.
Your ghost tour is so cool. We've only made a few stops. There are many stops on this tour to experience. What other tours do you offer through Tours Around Michigan?
Well, history, of course. Actually, every tour I do has history in it, including the ghost tour, because I love history and I feel like it's just a great way to connect people, you know, with the different places. So we do history, historic homes, riverfront tours specific. I've done furniture city tours and urban renewal tours for private groups. So just fun stuff.
Yeah, well, thank you. We've enjoyed ourselves very much.
So much, yes.
We're here with Candace from Tours Around Michigan.
Okay, what we did not capture is while we were in St. Cecilia's, as Candace was talking, there was a light directly behind her, and when she was mentioning the Victorian woman, it flickered.
Yeah, and you were
more than once.
That light just keeps going.
Yeah, and only one out of all of those lights, because I told this to my mom, she goes, well, you know, it's old wiring. No, I shouldn't say that. That's not how my mom sounds. She's going to be mad.
Oh, she's not watching.
But yeah, she's like, it's old wiring. I'm like, but it was only one. And it would be every single time I felt like we talked about her. Yeah. It would flicker just so she knew that, let us know she was
And
there.
in a lot of these places, people report seeing lights unexplaining, you know, like for unexplained reasons going on and off.
Like at the Michigan Bell when they say that light turns on, but there's no one in that building at that time.
And then someone appears an image of them
because
in the
Candace
window
does
that
do the
people can see
follow-up.
from the
Like
street.
she'd call and be like, hey, was someone in your building on this floor? And they're like, no.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting stuff.
Yes.
And Candace, by the way, is a fantastic tour guide.
Cannot say enough
She
about
has
her.
all the passion and the information. She loves what she does. And it has paid off because the Grand Rapids Ghost Tour was named by the Detroit Free Press as one of Michigan's ghost tours to check out. So it's open to people of all ages, which is really, really fun. And as Candace mentioned, even kids can enjoy the tour.
She says, you know, if there's kids on the tour, she leaves out some of the, you know, more gory details of things. So keep in mind, it is a walking tour, which lasts for up to 2 hours, and you can take the tour during the day or in the evening when it's dark. If you want to learn more about the ghost tour or one of the many other tours offered by Tours Around Michigan, just head to toursaroundmichigan.com.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take it at night.
Agreed. Agreed.
All right, that was so much fun. I'm so glad we did that.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, we have much more fun in the show coming up, so don't go away. We'll be right back.
This is 8 West.